Morning. See if this is going to work. I hope you're well this Friday. Today I wanted to talk a bit about making offers. And to try and clear up some confusion between what it is that you do and making offers for your services. And share a bit about my journey around this. So for quite a while, quite a long time, I considered myself, I was a web designer. That was my thing. Until, well, pretty much when my girls were born. So, for the last 5 years or so, I think, when I turned 1, so let's say, let's call it 4 years, I wanted to do something else. And that was the beginning of this kind of journey I went on. And it was like, what's my new thing going to be? And so I didn't nail it down. I've nailed it down now. It's copywriter, straightforward, but it took me quite a long time to get there. But in the meanwhile, what I got very good at was making offers. So I would decide, okay, I'm going to try and, pivot into Facebook ads. Let's say I've done this, and learn what I need to learn, practice what I need to practice, get to the point, create an offer, get it out there, and I would always get people interested. I'd always get people on the phone, and most times I would bottle it and be like, oh, I don't actually want to do this, and find someone else and pass the leads on. Then I would try the next thing and the next thing. So this is my cycle for 4 years. So you can probably imagine how exhausting that was. I would build up all this momentum with a new idea for the thing that I wanted to do. And then I would, in a kind of panic, because you can't go on like that for too long, would like, right, what's an offer? Who's it for? How am I going to get out there? And, at the point where I burnt out, I had this kind of process down to a fine art in a lot of ways where, in the space of a month, I could come up with something new and then have someone willing to buy it from me. Unfortunately, I was always selling something I didn't want to deliver. That was the sting in the tail. So talk about self-sabotage and, all that stuff. When you're trying to sell something you don't want to do, that is pushing a boulder uphill. So most people, I think, are the other way. Most people kind of know what their thing is, and I used to be really envious. I'd be like, I just wish I knew what I wanted to be when I grow up, because everything would be so much easier, at least for me. And this is what's happened to me this year, since March, if I'm honest. I found my thing, I'm copywriting, and now I've been putting offers out there, and it's snowballed like that, because that side of it, I know inside out. And so I feel like I'm kind of opposite to where most people are, where they know what they want to do, but they don't know how to structure what it is or explain it, pull out what the kind of core of it is, and then get it in front of the people that are most likely to want to buy it from them. And that's what an offer is. And I think when people hear the term offer, they just think it's more generic than that. It's like, I have a 6-month coaching program, or I do websites. I think that's their offer. That's not their offer. It's not your offer. Your offer is a limited, specific amount of time. It's a very specific outcome. It's for a very specific person. And you kind of put all those things together, take a look at it, work out who's the best match for that offer, and then look at which strategy is going to get you in front of the people who need that offer. And so there's no real one-size-fits-all approach to this. You need to know the answers to these questions. And the beauty of it is, look, when you're first started, like if you're first completely brand new, and probably still in the phase I was in, where it's like, oh, I don't really know, that's not what I'm here to help with. I learned from that journey, but I needed help with that. So I don't, and it was a very specific type of help that I'm not qualified to give. But what I can help you with is, if you know what your thing is, you know what you're doing, you've been doing it, to some degree, somehow, You know, you've been working with people, you've been getting results, you've been getting transformations, you've got testimonials, but you're not positioning yourself properly, your messaging isn't right, and it's not consistent, or, you know, sometimes you're working with the dream clients and sometimes you're not. That I can help you with. Absolutely. And that's part of what my program is, because the container I do stuff in is writing. And so the aim of what I'm going to be teaching the people who join me is to take that experience I've got of matching offers with strategies, and in those 4 years I tried them all. So I'll be able to really quickly help you just, you know, let's put everything else down and just do this because your clients are here, let's just do that. I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, so it's about, yeah, taking everything I've learned about selling and creating and then selling an offer. Everything I know about copywriting, which is how to extract what it is that your clients want. So, you know, on the one side, we've got what you do and how you think it works. And then on the other side, we've got what the reality is inside the heads and experiences of the people that you work with, and then get that little sweet spot in the middle that matches them both up. So, you know, look, you might have done stuff like this before, which is only dealing with one side of it, you know, and it works, it's effective, but to get it really dialed in, you need to bring in this other side, which is, you know, the listening, the research, you know, instead of you deciding what the benefits of your product or service are, your clients tell you what the benefits were for them. And then once you match it all up, have a system to get your content out there to the people, you know, through social media posts. We can look at like creating your USPs, those little snippets that you put in your bio that, you know, sums it up so that when you go to a networking event or you're updating your LinkedIn profile, in a nutshell, you know what it is that you do. You know, I've got mine down to this like tiny thing. It was like, I write words that sell. You know, I played around with all sorts of stuff, but ultimately that's what I do. You know, there's different contexts for it, and then I refine that depending on like a marketing campaign or who it is I'm approaching or whatever. But in a nutshell, that's my thing, because that's the sweet spot between what I know are the benefits and what my clients have experienced. So yeah, that is kind of, you know, an overview of what we'll be looking at achieving and working through on the program that I'm starting. I don't have a name for it. I'm not calling it coaching. It doesn't say it right, like copywriting for coaches, because it's not that. It's your offer, it's your niche, it's your it's just getting it all distilled in a way that is crystal clear, and then getting you having a system to write content. It doesn't even have to be written content. It could be the videos you want to do. Not everyone likes writing, I get that, but you know, it's a copywriting framework and then applying it to how you structure your offer. So if anyone's got any ideas for funky names around that, I am all ears. Cool. All right. Well, have a good day. Enjoy your weekend, and yeah, speak soon.